Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today we're going to make a cute little St. Patrick's Day card. It says, "May your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow," and it is a stamp set from Anita Jerem. She makes the cutest little drawings, and she is part of Colorado Craft. She's drawn, is that the right use? She has done drawings for a long time, and I love all of her critters, and I'm trying to make a point to get them all, but I have a whole lot more to go, so we shall see. But I made some St. Patrick's Day cards. They're all pretty much the same. This one is a little different. I put a little gold around it, and I thought that I would do one with you guys. So I used that stamp set, and then I also used this Cuttlebug Clover embossing folder, and then I also used the outside in stitched scallop rectangle from Lawn Fawn. So I used the second one to cut out the rectangle, and then I used the Clover embossing die or embossing folder for this, and then I just cut it at 4 by 5 1/4, so it's a 1/4 inch smaller than the A2 sized card, which measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's that. And then I thought we'd color this together. And then I also just stamped on some gold shimmery cardstock that I got from Michael's that says, "May your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow." I think I said that already, but it is cute. And I'm just going to kind of fussy cut it a little bit, not really too much. And that will be all I need to do with that. Just like that. I think that's fine. And then I'm also going to put pop dots on that, but I'll do that after I color it. And I'm using my Milo alcohol markers. I believe I got these off of Amazon. And you get a case, and there's 80 of them in here, and they're very nice. They're similar to Copics. I'm not going to even start to say that they're the same, because they are not, but they are similar. And, you know, for what I need them for, it works. So I'm going to start by coloring this little, I think he's a dragonfly. So I know they have like really pretty iridescent wings. So I'm just trying to make them a little bluey. And then I'm taking my colorless blender and blending that in. I know that some of you have said that you really like to watch coloring, so hopefully this will help a little bit, because I'm no expert at all. I just do what feels right, or what I feel like I want to do. I'm going to add a little bit of purple just to kind of help give it that iridescent look. I'm going to let that dry while I'm coloring something else, and I might go back to it. I'm going to use an emerald green to start the clover. And I just colored the stem and then some of the clover itself, and then I'll go in with a lighter color. I think I was using this, I think I was using grass green now that I look at them. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you can use whatever you want. And one thing I love about alcohol markers is that they do blend well together. So I just kind of blend them all together however I want. Sometimes I like a little, you know, starker contrast, and if that's what you want, you can do that too. Like I might add a little more emerald green to the center, just kind of go out. And I'm going to add some pink to his little nose and to his cheek. And I'm going to kind of put it on there pretty good, but I'm going to also color over it, I think, here in a little minute. And to the inside of his ear. And then I'm going to pick some lighter colored browns. This one says it's walnut, and I think I want to use the big. I'm just going to go in at his belly. This marker's almost dried up. At least that side, so let me use the next darker one. Just get his belly in there. And then I'm going to use, let's see, this raw umber color to do his body. And I'm just kind of coloring it in. And since it's fur, sometimes I like to kind of brush it so it kind of gets little brush marks around where the fur is, at least the outside of the furry areas. And I will tell you that that part is sometimes a little easier with the actual Copics because the brush that they have is really nice, but they're also extremely expensive and not always in budget. I'm going to go ahead and color his feet this same color. Kind of went outside the line, so I'm just trying to fix that a little bit. All right. Now that I have a good base, I'm just going to color it a little bit more. I don't know why. I just kind of play with it to see where I want it. And I try to make some of the areas a little bit darker. And if they have highlights already in them, that's a good indication of where naturally there would be more color. So I tend to try to focus on that area. And then I also kind of outline it a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, I'm no expert and sometimes my idea of what you're supposed to do changes a little bit. And I'm still learning too. I watch other people and I pick up ideas and like, I'm not sure that I like his belly that much lighter. So I'm going to just kind of put a light coating of this over it. I know I can be kind of weird sometimes, but then it makes it just a little bit lighter than the rest of his body, but it's not so light. And I wish I had one color underneath this that I kind of liked a lot, but I really don't. So I'm trying to just build it with just this one color. And by building it, I'm just putting more and more on certain areas. Just layering it up. But you can see how it made the belly a little lighter. I did the same thing with this one, and I did, I think, a better job with how I layered this one a little bit better, but it's not as light as I wanted it, so that's why I kept trying different ways. And that's one thing I do like about making cards sometimes. Like, I made 4 of these at once, and so 3 of them I just colored without the camera on to kind of get a feel for what I wanted. And then this one, you know, when I thought, okay, I kind of know what I like, I went for it so I could show you guys. But that's one thing that's neat about card making. And I mean, it's paper crafting, so it's what's to lose if you don't get something exactly like you want. You've wasted a piece of paper, so what, you know, some time, but you're learning, so it's really not even a waste of time. I may have just done the same thing I did with that one where I went over it too many times, but we'll see. Maybe if I layer this a little bit more. And usually things can be saved. Not always. I throw things away, but usually, for the most part, I would say I can save things eventually. So I kind of like that. I'm going to leave it. And sometimes if I don't know, I'll leave it and then come back, and that sometimes helps. And I'm just going to color this little dragonfly's body, kind of a medium gray. And I kind of like how his wings look like that. I don't think they look bad. I actually kind of like the whole thing right now that I'm looking at it for a second time with a fresh eye. I did kind of go outside the lines, but honestly, I don't think that matters. And I'm not going to do the edge. I kind of like it better So like here's one with the edge. I kind of like it better just plain white. I don't know, with this touch of gold, I think it looks fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuck on here. Super easy. I feel like I might sneeze, so if I do, pardon me. Actually, I think it went away now. All I had to do was talk about it. Tape stuck to my fingernail. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Crafting in real life, people. Oh, now it's stuck over here. It's not putting any tape down. There we go. I think. Oh my goodness, what is the problem here? Mr. Tape Dispenser, work with me here. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing. Yes. To put some tape down. And look, the Wink of Stella is coming over saying, I want you to use me. So don't you worry, Mr. Wink of Stella. We'll get you some of you on there. That'll be real pretty on the dragonfly for sure. But first I want to put them down on the card. Goodness gracious. I'm a mess. And I'm just going to put them down, but I'm going to put them a little bit higher on, not centered in the middle, a little high of center, but centered from left to right. That way this can go here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Wink of Stella. I'm going to color the wings of the pretty dragonfly. And I'm going to color the clover. And then I'm going to take my pop dots and pop up the sentiment. I did make some other cards with her stamp set. I'll show you one of those. I didn't do any for the camera. I was in a meeting and I just did them all, and before I knew it, I didn't have an extra. Now I could still make an extra, but I don't know how many more St. Patrick's Day cards I need. So I think I'll just leave it at this. But here's the other design that I did. A good friend is like a 4-leaf clover. And then you open it up and it says, oh, nothing. Oh my goodness, did I only put the sentiment in one? Maybe I did. Hard to find and lucky to have. Or maybe I put it in one and... or maybe I just put it in one. Okay, well, that's good to know. So I need to put it in the others. A good friend is like a 4-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have. So I guess I need to put those in the others. Good thing I showed you. I mean, I guess it would be fine without it, but that's hilarious. So now I'm going to pick off these little backings, which is sometimes a little bit of a pain. And I think I have 3 more here. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then I'll put this here. May your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow. And then I don't know if I did for any of these. No, but on these I put some of my glossy accents. I just put it on the shamrock and on the butterfly. I could do the same thing on this guy, but I think I might just leave him with the shimmer. I think I might do that. Make him a little bit different. So there are my cards for St. Patrick's Day. I think that might be the only ones that I use this year. I think the 8 will probably be enough, but thanks so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day and do something that you enjoy. Bye.